Only 1% of you will step into the billions God has prepared. And tonight, he says it is your turn to claim it. The gates of divine wealth are swinging wide open, and your name is etched in gold upon them. This isn't a dream or a distant hope. It is a promise from the Creator himself, sealed in the heavens, ready to pour down upon you. Something massive is shifting in the spiritual realm right now, and it is about to flood your life with abundance beyond imagination. Stay with me, because every word you hear is a key to unlock what is yours. Your life has been a journey of trials, hasn't it? You have walked through valleys where shadows whispered doubt, where obstacles seemed to stack against you like towering walls. But those moments weren't meant to break you. They were forging you. Every struggle, every tear, every sleepless night was a chisel in God's hand, shaping you into a vessel strong enough to carry his wealth. The world may have called you ordinary, but the heavens have always known you are extraordinary. Tonight, that truth breaks free. The billions God promised aren't just money. They are a symbol of his trust in you, a testament to your unshakable faith. Think about Joseph, sold into slavery, locked in a prison, forgotten by those he helped. The world saw a nobody, but God saw a ruler. In a single moment, Joseph went from a dungeon to a palace, from chains to commanding Egypt's wealth. That same divine shift is happening for you tonight. The years of waiting, of believing when no one else did, have led to this. God's hand is moving, rearranging circumstances, opening doors no one can shut. Your faithfulness has caught his eye, and he is saying, it is time. Pause for a second and feel the truth sink in. You are not here by accident. The Creator of the universe has called you by name, chosen one. He is not offering scraps or leftovers. He is handing you the keys to a legacy of billions. This isn't about chasing wealth. It is about receiving what is already been assigned to you. Your heart knows it. That stirring in your spirit, that fire that will not quit, that is God whispering, get ready. If you feel it, hit that like button to claim this moment, and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. What does it mean to step into billions? It is not just numbers in a bank account. It is freedom to live your purpose without limits. It is the power to lift others, to build, to heal, to change the world. God's wealth comes with a calling to be a beacon of his light, to show the world what happens when faith meets favor. Picture this, your hands overflowing, not just with resources, but with opportunities to create, to give, to transform. The enemy tried to keep you small, but God says, no more. Tonight, you step into the 1% he has chosen for greatness. Let's talk about timing. God's clock doesn't tick like ours. You might have wondered why the breakthrough hasn't come yet, why the promise felt so far away. But every delay was divine. Every closed door was protection. Every setback was set up, like a farmer waiting for the harvest. You have been sowing seeds of faith, patience, and obedience. Now, the ground is trembling and the harvest is rising. Deuteronomy 28:8 says, the Lord will command the blessing on you, in your barns, and in all that you undertake. That command is active tonight. You have seen others rise, haven't you? People who seemed less prepared, less faithful, less deserving. Maybe it stung, but God wasn't overlooking you. He was preparing you. The billions he is releasing aren't for those who stumble into wealth by chance. They are for the 1% who have been refined by fire, who have trusted him when the world screamed to give up. You are not just getting wealth, you are becoming a steward of his kingdom. Your hands are ready to carry what others couldn't. Now, imagine the moment it happens, a phone call, an email, a connection. Something shifts, and suddenly the floodgates open. Opportunities you never saw coming, resources you didn't know existed, all flowing toward you. This isn't fantasy. It is divine orchestration. God is aligning people, places, and moments to deliver what He promised. Your job isn't to force it. It is to receive it. Trust that He is already moving the pieces. Your faith has built a foundation strong enough to hold billions. If this is resonating, type 777 in the comments. That number carries divine completion, a signal to the heavens that you are ready to step into what is yours. Don't just watch. Declare it. Let the universe know you are claiming your place among the 1%. God's watching, and He is smiling, because you have stayed faithful through the storm. Now, the clouds are parting, and the light of His favor is breaking through. Let's talk about the enemy for a moment. The devil has been busy, hasn't he? Whispering lies that you are not enough, that wealth is for others, that your dreams are too big. He has thrown distractions, delays, and doubts your way, hoping you had quit. But here is the truth. Every lie he told was proof of your calling. The enemy doesn't waste time on the ordinary. He is terrified of you because you are chosen. Isaiah 54:17 says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Those lies, powerless, those obstacles crumbling tonight. You step over them into your destiny. Look at David, a shepherd boy facing a giant. The world laughed, but God saw a king. David didn't need armor or wealth to win. He needed faith. You have got that same faith. The billions God's releasing aren't just for you to live comfortably. They are for you to slay giants, to build empires, to leave a legacy that echoes through generations. Your wealth is a weapon, a tool to show the world what God can do through one faithful soul. Now, let's get practical. God's blessings don't come to the idle. You have been praying, believing, waiting, but are you ready to act? When the door opens, walk through it. When the opportunity comes, seize it. God's not dropping billions in your lap without preparation. He has been teaching you wisdom, discernment, and strength for this moment. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Start small if you must, but start. Your actions signal to God that you are ready. Picture Abraham, called to leave everything familiar for a land he didn't know. He didn't have a map, just a promise. Yet he moved, and God made him the father of nations. You are standing at your own crossroads tonight. The promise of billions is real, but it asks for your trust, your courage, your willingness to move when God says go. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Step out in faith and watch the path unfold. This isn't about greed. God's wealth isn't about hoarding. It is about overflow. The billions He is giving you are meant to flow through you, touching lives, healing hearts, building dreams. Think of Solomon, whose wisdom and wealth weren't just for him, but for a nation. Your blessing is bigger than you. It is for your family, your community, the world. God's chosen you to be a channel of His goodness, a living proof that He keeps His promises. If you are feeling a fire in your spirit, hit that like button to seal this moment. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls stepping into their divine calling. This isn't just a video, it is a turning point. You are not watching by chance. You are here because God led you tonight. You joined the 1% destined for billions, not because of luck, but because of His divine plan. Let's talk about fear. It has been there, hasn't it? That quiet voice saying, "What if it doesn't happen? What if I am not ready?" But fear is a liar. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Joshua 1:9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you. The billions waiting for you aren't a gamble. They are a guarantee from the one who never fails. Step past the fear. It is just a shadow, and you are walking in light. Consider Esther, a young woman thrust into a role she didn't choose. She faced fear, doubt, and a kingdom's weight on her shoulders. Yet she stepped forward, saying, "If I perish, I perish." Her courage saved a nation. Your courage tonight unlocks billions, not just for you, but for the purpose God's placed in you. You are not just receiving wealth. You are receiving responsibility to shine His light brighter than ever. Now, let's talk about the 1%. Why only 1%? Because not everyone will believe, not everyone will stay the course. The 1% are the ones who hear God's voice and act, who trust when the world doubts, who stand firm when others waver. You are in that 1% because you have already proven your faith. You have prayed in the dark, believed in the silence, stood tall in the storm. Tonight, God says, it is your turn. Visualize it. A life where lack is a distant memory. You wake up each day knowing your needs are met. Your dreams are funded. Your purpose is clear. That is not a fantasy, that is God's plan for you. The billions are a tool, a key to unlock doors you didn't even know existed. They are not the goal. They are the means to live out the destiny written in your soul. Psalm 23:1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want." That is your reality now. Let's pause and reflect. You have carried burdens for too long, bills, worries, dreams deferred. But tonight, God's lifting those weights. He is saying, I have got this. The billions aren't just about wealth, they are about freedom. Freedom to breathe, to create, to give without fear. You are not just stepping into money, you are stepping into a new identity as God's chosen steward, trusted with His abundance. Now, let's talk about legacy. The wealth God's giving you isn't for one lifetime, it is for generations. Think of the impact. Schools built, families lifted, communities transformed. Your billions are a seed planted to grow a forest of blessings. God's not just blessing you. He is blessing those who come after you, those who will tell your story as proof of His faithfulness. Your name will be a beacon of hope, a testament to what happens when God says, it is your turn. Look at Noah, mocked for building an ark in a desert. The world saw a fool. God saw a faithful servant. When the floods came, Noah's faith saved his family and humanity's future. Your faith tonight is building an ark, not for floods, but for abundance. The world may not understand yet, but they will see. Your billions will speak louder than their doubts. This moment is sacred. You are standing on holy ground, where promises are fulfilled and destinies are birthed. God's not just giving you wealth. He is giving you authority to shape, to build, to lead. The 1% aren't chosen because they are perfect. They are chosen because they trust. You have trusted Him through the fire, and now He is trusting you with His treasure. Feel that shift in your spirit. That is God moving. The billions aren't a distant dream. They are coming tonight. Not in a vague, far-off way, but in a real, tangible shift. Opportunities are aligning. Connections are forming. Doors are opening. You don't need to see the whole path. Just take the next step. God's got the rest. Let's talk about gratitude when the billions come, and they will. Don't forget to look back. Remember the nights you prayed, the days you held on, the moments you chose faith over fear. Those moments built this breakthrough. Psalm 107. One says, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Your gratitude will keep you grounded, reminding you that this wealth is His, entrusted to you for His glory. Imagine Ruth, gleaning in fields, unaware that God was leading her to Boaz, to a legacy that would birth kings. Your steps, like hers, are guided. Every choice you have made in faith has led to this night. The billions are your Boaz moment, a divine appointment where God says, you are ready, trust Him, and walk into it. This isn't about becoming someone new. It is about becoming who you have always been. The world tried to dim your light, but God's been fanning it into a flame. The billions are fuel for that fire, a way to shine brighter, reach further, love deeper. You are not just joining the 1%. You are redefining it, showing the world what God's chosen can do. Hit that like button if you feel this truth burning in you. Subscribe to stand shoulder to shoulder with thousands of chosen one souls claiming their divine inheritance. Tonight's not just a moment, it is a movement. You are stepping into billions, not by chance, but by divine decree. Let's talk about vision. God's not giving you billions to keep you comfortable. He is giving them to expand your sight. See beyond your needs, your city, your lifetime. See a world transformed by your hands, your heart. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "The vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie." Your vision is coming to life tonight. Think of Moses leading a nation through a desert. He didn't see the full path, but he saw God's promise. Your billions are your promised land, not a place to rest, but a place to build. You are called to lead, to create, to show the world what is possible when God's hand is on you. The 1% don't just receive, they reshape. Now, let's address doubt. It is there, whispering, "Is this real? Can I trust this?" But doubt is just the enemy's last stand. He knows what is coming. He sees the billions God's prepared and trembles. John 10:10 says, "The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Choose Christ's abundance over the enemy's lies. Doubt dies and faith rises. Picture the woman at the well, broken, shamed, yet chosen by Jesus for a divine encounter. One conversation changed her life, her village, her legacy. Tonight's your encounter, chosen one. God's speaking directly to you, saying, "Your billions are here. Step into them. Will you listen? Will you move?" The wealth God's giving you is holy. It is not for selfish gain, but for sacred purpose. Like the talents in Matthew 25, God's entrusting you with much because you have been faithful with little. Your billions are a trust, a call to steward His resources with wisdom and love. You are ready, not because you are perfect, but because He is perfect in you. Type 777 in the comments if you are claiming this holy trust. Declare to the heavens that you are stepping into the 1%, ready to carry God's wealth with purpose. The enemy is watching, but he is powerless. God's promise is stronger. It is yours. Let's talk about impact. Your billions aren't just for you. They are for the world. Think of the lives you will touch, the dreams you will fund, the hope you will restore. God's chosen you to be a river, not a reservoir. Your wealth will flow, breaking chains, building futures, spreading His love. Malachi 3, "Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven." Test Him tonight and watch the floodgates open. Consider Paul, once a persecutor, transformed into God's messenger. His words still echo, changing lives centuries later. Your billions are your voice, amplifying God's truth through every act of generosity, every dream you bring to life. You are not just wealthy. You are a world changer, chosen for this moment. This is your night, chosen one. The billions are more than money. They are a mantle, a divine assignment to show the world God's power. You have been faithful in the shadows. Now step into the light. The 1% isn't a club, it is a calling, and you have been called. The heavens are waiting. Let's talk about preparation. God's been working in you. Every challenge, every moment you thought you had break, was Him sharpening your edges, readying you for the weight of billions. Like a diamond pressed under pressure, you have been formed for this. The world sees your struggles. God sees your strength. That strength is unleashed. The billions aren't just a gift. They are a crown for the battles you have won, a sign that you are ready to carry His abundance with grace. Picture Elijah, alone on a mountain, facing a nation's doubt. He didn't waver. He called down fire from heaven. Your faith is that fire, chosen one. It has been burning through every trial, every naysayer, every moment of lack. God's fanning that flame into a blaze of wealth. The billions are your answered prayer, proof that He hears you, sees you, chooses you. Step into this moment, knowing you have been prepared for it all along. Let's talk about alignment. The billions aren't random. They are precise, like stars set in the sky by God's hand. Your life is aligning with His plan, every step guided, every door opened, at the exact right time. You have felt it, those moments when things just click, when connections form out of nowhere, when ideas spark like lightning. That is God's hand, positioning you for wealth that flows naturally, effortlessly, divinely. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The world expected him to be devoured, but God shut the mouths of lions. Your enemies' doubt, fear, scarcity stand powerless before you. The billions are God's way of showing the world that His favor is your shield. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, aligned with a purpose so grand it shakes the heavens. That alignment brings wealth beyond measure. Let's talk about sacrifice. The road to billions isn't paved with ease. You have given up comfort, time, even dreams to follow God's call. Those sacrifices weren't in vain, they were investments. Every moment you chose faith over fear, obedience over doubt, was a seed planted in eternity. Those seeds are sprouting, ready to yield a harvest of billions. Galatians 6:7 says, "A man reaps what he sows." Your harvest is here, chosen one. Consider Hannah, who gave her deepest desire, her son, to God. She didn't cling, she trusted, and God blessed her with more than she could imagine. Your sacrifices have caught His eye. The billions are His response, a reward for your heart's surrender. You didn't give up, you gave it to God. Now He is giving back in ways that will leave the world in awe. Let's talk about visionaries. The 1% aren't just wealthy, they are builders of dreams others cannot see. God's chosen you to see what is possible, to dream what is eternal. Your billions are tools to paint a future where hope reigns, where lives are lifted, where God's love shines. You are not just receiving wealth, you are receiving a mandate to create, to transform the world with His light. Look at Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls. Against all odds, mocked, threatened, he kept building. Your billions are your bricks, chosen one. You are building something eternal, a legacy of faith, generosity, and impact. The world may not see it yet, but God does. He has entrusted you with billions because He trusts your vision. And watch walls rise where others saw ruins. Let's talk about authority. The billions God's giving you come with a mantle of power, not to dominate, but to serve. You are stepping into a role where your voice carries weight, where your actions shift destinies. This isn't about control, it is about stewardship. God's placed his authority in you to move mountains, to open doors, to change lives. Luke 10:19 says, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions. That is your power tonight. Think of Deborah, a prophetess leading a nation. She didn't shrink from her calling. She spoke, judged, and led with God's strength. Your billions are your gavel. They give you a seat at the table to speak life, to lead with wisdom, to show the world what God's chosen can do. You are not just wealthy, you are a force, anointed to shape the future. If this is igniting your spirit, hit that like button to claim your authority. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls stepping into their God-given power. Type 777 in the comments to declare you are ready to lead, to build, to carry the mantle of billions with purpose. Let's talk about timing. You have waited, haven't you? Years, maybe decades for the promise to unfold, but God's delays are never denials. Every moment of waiting was Him aligning the stars, preparing the ground, strengthening your roots. Ecclesiastes 3:1 essays there, is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Your season of billions is tonight, chosen one picture, Lazarus dead for days, yet raised by Jesus' call. The world thought it was over, but God's timing was perfect. Your billions are your resurrection moment, a divine comeback that silences doubters and glorifies God. You didn't give up when the world said it was too late. God saying, arise, step into your season and watch His promise come alive. Let's talk about influence. Your billions aren't just wealth, they are a platform. God's elevating you to speak to nations, to touch hearts, to shift cultures. You are not just a receiver, you are a sender, carrying His message through every dollar, every decision, every dream you fund. Your influence will ripple, changing lives you will never meet, building a legacy that outlives you. Consider Joseph of Arimathea, who used his wealth to honor Jesus' body, though small in the moment, echoed through eternity. Your billions are your offering, chosen one. They are a way to honor God, to serve His people, to amplify His love. You are not just rich, you are a vessel of His glory, influencing the world with every step you take. Now, let's talk about courage. Stepping into billions requires boldness. The world will watch, some with envy, others with awe. But God's given you a spirit of courage, not fear. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. You are ready to carry this wealth, to face the scrutiny, to stand tall as His chosen. Think of Gideon, called to lead with just 300 men, but God saw his courage. Your billions are your army chosen, one small in number, but mighty in impact. You don't need the world's approval, you have God's anointing. Step boldly into this calling and watch Him fight your battles. Let's talk about transformation. The billions aren't just changing your bank account, they are changing you. God's refining your heart, your mind, your purpose. This wealth is a mirror, showing you who you are meant to be, a leader, a giver, a light.